Naman love, it's naman love, it's naman love, naman love, naman love, naman love, naman love, it's naman love.
Good morning, and thank you for coming to today's service. Today is a very special service for Bodhi Day, Enlightenment Day. And I welcome you to Marin Buddhist Temple. My name is Junko Nakagawa, and I've been a member here for more than 50 years. I think I'm on autopilot because not my mother, my father had me come to temple every Sunday for 5 years. I had a perfect attendance record. So I just like, even when I'm 60, I think, oh, I better get to the temple, some church. I better get somewhere. So I've Sensei CJ just struck the bell. It was a moment of reflection and time to settle in. We'll have another moment of quiet contemplation. Sensei will lead us. And then I will tell you the other on the program, the 3 treasures. I'll lead you to that. We'll have a moment of quiet contemplation.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman love, it's naman love, naman love, it's naman love, naman love.
This is a service book that we're using today. And if you could turn to page 8, 3 treasures 1. I will lead us through this. And if you'd like to read or with me, that would be wonderful too. The 3 treasures. Hard it is to be born in human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the 3 treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha, May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken ourselves to the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming members of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard it is to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. With our palms together, Gasha. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Sensei will be leading us in Shinshin Rai, which is on page 27. We can turn to page 7. Shinshin Rai. And then we will be chanting today Sambutsuge on page 77. And after the chanting, there's the Chinese, the Japanese hiragana, and the the phonetic. I guess that's what they call that. The not Romanized.
Romaji.
Huh?
Romaji.
Romanized.
Yeah.
Yeah, Romanized. That's somehow. Sorry, I was on call last night. I can't remember everything. And that you can follow along as well. And so we will start with the Shinshin Rai. Thank you.
Namo Sambutsuge. The Gatha Sambutsuge comes from the largest sutra of immeasurable life. It is the praises voiced by Bodhisattva Dharmakara to Buddha Lokeshvara Raja. In these praises, Dharmakara expresses their gratitude and desire to attain Buddhahood, their heartfelt determination to accomplish this goal for the sake of saving all beings. 오겐기 이진무고 근요세엔묘무요토샤 니지갓마니 슈코엔요 가이시논페 윤약주모근요라이올겐 졸세무린 쇼가그다이온 고르지뽀 가이몬 쇼진 담마이지에 이토금무료 슈쇼케우 진타이센넨 쇼붓홀카이 그진진노 고이코다이타이 묘묘요 그누 세손요문인노시시 진토금무료 그근홀카이 지혜진묘고묘이소 신도다이센 가가사붓자이쇼호 가도쇼지 미흐게단 드세조이 가인인 쇼진 요세산마이 지혜이조 보세토급은 불교시감 이사이 이사다이안 개시유붓 약센 노그만 무료다이쇼 준요고자 그요이사이 시토쇼붓 근요그도 겐쇼흑야 그히뇨고자 쇼붓세카이 흑하게 무슈셋도 고묘시쇼 헨시쇼곡 요세쇼진 이진난료료가사붓 고그도다이지고수 기묘 조조조셋 고근요나이온 니무톨솔가톨아이민 노닷니사이지뽀라이쇼 신넷쇼조 이토가곡 게라그암몬 고붓신요 제가신쇼 혼간노 히리키쇼 쇼요그지뽀세손 지혜무게조료시손 지가신요 계료신지 쇼그도그추 가교쇼진 닌주흑해 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. 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 Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you here today. And happy Bodhi Day. Today's the day we celebrate the enlightenment of Shakyamuni Buddha. And I have a book to share with you for my Dharma message. So give me just a moment. I'm going to get our projector showing the book so everybody can see it and have it set up for everybody on Zoom to be able to see as well. So give me just a moment. Recording in progress. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So the book I want to share, I shared last year for Bodhi Day, but it's a nice book, and I thought I'd like to share it again. I hope you enjoy. It's called Under the Bodhi Tree, a story of the Buddha. In a long ago time, in a faraway place, a baby boy was born. His name was Prince Siddhartha. Before his birth, his mother dreamed of a beautiful white elephant. The wise men said that it was a sign that the baby would be special. And he was, just like babies then and now and everywhere. And just like you. The baby grew to be a kind and gentle child. Once he found a wounded swan and nursed it back to health so it could soar across the sky again. The little prince wanted to spread his wings too, but his father said, "You must stay here, away from the world, where I can keep you safe from any pain or sorrow." And so Siddhartha grew up behind the garden walls of a rich and splendid palace. He had new fine clothes, a grand white horse, the softest rice to eat. But like children then and now and everywhere, and just like you, he longed to discover the world. At last, when Siddhartha was a young man, his father let him visit the great city. The king ordered the mayor, "Hold a festival in the market with flowers, song, and dance. My son must see only happy sights." But of course, the prince was curious and wandered off to explore. And that is how he first came to see hardship, pain, and suffering. First, he gave a sip of water to a person lying sick with fever. Next, he helped an old man with an aching, crooked back cross the road. Then he bowed his head to share a grieving family's sorrow. Siddhartha's heart felt heavy and his own eyes filled with tears. He could not stop wondering, how can I help others? "You can do so much good as a prince," the king told his troubled son. Siddhartha shook his head. "Even the wisest ruler cannot stop sickness, old age, and death," he said. "I wanted to find a way to help people live in peace and at ease." And so, like seekers then and now and everywhere, the prince set out to find his way, just as you may do someday. At first, Siddhartha looked to others for answers. He journeyed far and long and followed many different paths. But he still felt lost, like a little ship in a stormy sea, tossed by winds and waves. One day, Siddhartha came upon the welcoming shade of a tall and majestic tree. His spirits rose, and he thought, perhaps the answer is inside me. I will stay in this pleasant grove until I find a way to peace. Then I can teach others too. And so Siddhartha crossed his legs in quiet meditation. Many days passed. Raindrops fell, cool breezes blew, the sun beat down. And still Siddhartha sat, sheltered by the rustling, heart-shaped leaves of the old and lovely tree. Once, a woman named Sujata passed by and thought, he looks weak and hungry. She brought him sweetened milk and rice. She smiled and said, "Please accept this gift. If you're hungry, you should eat." Siddhartha tipped back the bowl to taste the delicious treat. The rice and milk was warm and sweet. "Thank you for your kindness," he said. On that clear and brilliant night, waves still rippled the surface of his mind. But now the prince just let his fears and worries come and go and kept on breathing mindfully, in and out, deep and slow. Soon, even the sighing, heart-shaped leaves grew still, as serene as Siddhartha's mind. And then, just before dawn, he looked up. In the eastern sky, a bright planet appeared, the morning star. At that moment, like the swan so long ago, Siddhartha felt himself soar, aware, free, and fully alive. His worries fell away, and he saw clearly that all things fit together, big and small, hard and easy, joyful and sad, all part of one wondrous world. In a time long ago and a place far away, a baby boy was born. His name was Prince Siddhartha. Today we call him the Buddha, the awakened one. Buddha did not stay alone under the heart-shaped leaves of the sacred Bodhi tree. Instead, he rose and went into the world to show the way of peace to others. Then and now and everywhere. And yes, of course, to you and to me. I hope you enjoyed the book. Bodhi Day is a very special day. And sometimes I grew up Christian, so sometimes I think of it as maybe similar to Easter or Christmas. I don't know. But it's a really special day for Buddhists because without the enlightenment of Buddha, we wouldn't be here today. And so in many ways, it's because of the life of Buddha and the hard practice that he underwent that we're all here today to be able to be in community and to share the teachings together. We can chant, we can sing, and we can be here and be friends. And so I'd like to conclude my Dharma message with that today. If you please join me in Gassho as we recite the sacred name. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 So this will conclude our service for today. I'd like to thank everyone who came to the hybrid service, and thank you to everyone online who attended our service. I'd also like to thank Junko-san for being our chairperson this morning, and thank you to the temple and our board for enabling us to hold today's Bodhi Day service. I'd also like to ask if there are any announcements. No announcements. Okay. Well, let me light the charcoal and you can feel free to offer incense. Thanks again. Nice to see you, Elaine.